The key facts about William Shakespeare. Yes, friends, earlier we have discussed the first part, and in that we had discussed few important and most popular facts related to the life and literary career of William Shakespeare. And let's begin the second part of this. And before starting the video, please subscribe the EngLIT Zone channel. And also, if you're visiting first time, please watch out the other videos of this channel. You will get important and informative videos of this channel, of English literature on this channel especially. And in coming days, I am going to upload some very important and interesting topics of English literature here on EngLIT Zone channel. So let's begin this topic. Key facts about William Shakespeare, and this is the second part of the video related to this topic. We have the very first fact about William Shakespeare's life. We have some of Shakespeare's signature have survived on original documents. In none of them does he spell his name in what has become the standard way. Yes, friends, what we call by the spelling of Shakespeare. This is the Shakespeare spelling. What we spell nowadays, हम आजकल के टाइम पे जो आपका टाइम है इंग्लिश लिटरेचर में विलियम शेक्सपियर को हम शेक्सपियर के इसी इंग्लिश के वर्ड से स्पेल करते हैं, बट उनके जो ओरिजिनल डॉक्यूमेंट्स मिले हैं जो सर्वाइव्ड हैं उनके सिग्नेचर उसमें जो विलियम शेक्सपियर ने किया है, ही spelled it. What about the spelling of the Shakespeare he had done in his signature? That was Shakespe, Shakespe, Shakespear. These are the spellings of the Shakespeare what he had done in his signature, not Shakespeare. This is one of the important facts related to his life. Next, we have Shakespeare lived a double life. By the 17th century, he had become a famous playwright in London. Yes, because of his dramas, because of his important, famous, and magnum opus dramas, was famous as a dramatist, as a playwright in London. But in his hometown of Stratford, yes, where he was born in his hometown, where his wife and children were, and his which he visited frequently, जहाँ पे वो कभी कभार जाया करते थे. He was a well known and highly respected businessman and property owner. Yes, friends, in London in the 17th century, he became famous as a playwright because of his dramas. But in his hometown at Stratford, he was where his children, his wife was living. He was famous as a businessman and property owner because he was very rich at that time. And वो businessman and property owner के नेम से वहाँ पे फेमस थे. And in London he was famous as a playwright. Next we have the American president Abraham Lincoln was a great lover of Shakespeare's plays, frequently recited from them to his friends. Yes, whenever Abraham Lincoln was with his friends, in the company of his friends, he recites the important and famous proverb, famous sayings of or famous sentences from the pen of the Shakespeare's plays which he had written. This was, and he was, because he was a great lover of Shakespeare's plays, that's why he recited some of the important sayings, some of the important proverbs, important lines of William Shakespeare's plays whenever he gathers with his friends, whenever Abraham Lincoln was in the company of his friends. And even friends nowadays, I mean, we are so much inclined, we are so much fascinated about the William Shakespeare's plays that sometimes we also recite or we also say some kinds of famous lines of the William Shakespeare in our daily life, that he had written such lines that has become even daily life routine work. And we also come across of such lines in our daily lives. Next we have, it was illegal for women and girls to perform in the theater in Shakespeare's lifetime, so all the females parts were written for boys. Yes, this is very important fact related to the literary career of William Shakespeare and what was the situation of the uh, लंदन और इंग्लैंड एट दैट टाइम, कि वहाँ पे जो भी प्लेस परफॉर्म्ड होते थे थिएटर में, no female characters were involved in plays of Shakespeare or whatever plays were performed during that time of William Shakespeare. So all the characters of women or female characters were written and that were played as a part, as a role, were played by the boys. जो भी कैरेक्टर्स फीमेल कैरेक्टर्स लिखे जाते थे, फीमेल कैरेक्टर्स के नेम होते थे, वो जो प्लेस परफॉर्म्ड होते थे, दैट वर परफॉर्म्ड बाय द बॉयज, विच आर फॉर द लेडीज, जो लेडीज या गर्ल्स के लिए या फीमेल्स के लिए हुआ करते थे, दैट आर परफॉर्म्ड बाय द बॉयज. नेक्स्ट वी हैव, there were only two Shakespeare's plays written entirely in verse. They are Richard II and King John. These were the play that were written in verse, that were written in poetic lines. They and that plays were King Richard II and King John. Next we have all Uranus satellite are named after Shakespearean character. Yes friends, ये बहुत ही important फैक्ट है, जो यूरेनस सैटेलाइट, जितने यूरेनस जो आप प्लैनेट है, उसके जो भी सैटेलाइट्स हैं, जो भी जितने भी सैटेलाइट्स हैं, उनके जो नेम हैं, दे आर आफ्टर द नेम ऑफ द विलियम शेक्सपियर्स कैरेक्टर, लाइक मिरांडा, एरियल, Umbriel and Titania. These are the satellites name of Uranus planet, and they all are after the name of the William Shakespeare's characters. Now let's discuss few
Shakespeare's
more
shortest
important
play,
facts related
The
to the
Comedy
literary
of
career of
Errors,
William Shakespeare.
is only a third of the length of his longest Hamlet, which takes 4 hours to perform. Yes,
Comedy of Errors is a play which was a comic play by William Shakespeare. Only this was the shortest play, and this was the only the one third, एक तिहाई भाग है, तो इसका पार्ट जो है लिखा गया है, दिस प्ले इज ऑल द वन थर्ड ऑफ हैमलेट विच इज टेक्स 4 hours टू परफॉर्म. यस, हैमलेट जो प्ले है वो 4 घंटे उसको प्ले को परफॉर्म होने में, उसकी जो स्टोरी है रिटन बाय विलियम शेक्सपियर, दैट टेक्स 4 hours टू परफॉर्म. बट Comedy of Errors is a play which is the shortest play of William Shakespeare, and it is the one third part of Hamlet. Next, we have suicide occurs and 13 times in Shakespeare's play, and these with three suicides occurring in both Antonio and Cleopatra, Julius Caesar, and two suicides in Romeo and Juliet. These so suicide is a very important part in the Shakespeare's plays. Shakespeare has written a plays, and most of his plays in which suicide occurs, and overall 13 times occurred in Shakespeare's plays that was written by William Shakespeare. Hamlet, you will see, and Macbeth. These are the plays in which suicide occurs, and overall you will see that Antonio and Cleopatra. There are the three suicides in Julius Caesar and Antonio and Cleopatra both, and two suicides in Romeo and Juliet. Next we have, in the introduction of the first folio, which was published in 1623, playwright Ben Jonson wrote a preface to Shakespeare's work with a quote, Shakespeare is not of an age but for all time. Yes, friends, this is very important quotation about William Shakespeare by Ben Jonson, who was the uh, colleague and also friend of William Shakespeare. He had written in the first folio which was published in 1623, जिसमें उनके plays जो published हुए थे, 36 plays published हुए थे first folio में, and in that he had written a quotation. He had written in the praise of William Shakespeare that he was not of an age but for all time. Yes, that the person, the playwright, the sonneteer William Shakespeare was not for an age, not for only for Elizabethan age. He is for all time. Yes, because of his plays, because of his sonnets, he lived, he became mortal in this world, in the world of English literature. Next, we have William Shakespeare was part of the theatre company called Lord Chamberlain's Men, who regularly performed at a place called the theatre. But after a dispute with the landlord, they took the building apart, rebuilt it across the river, and named it The Globe. Yes, friends, the Globe was theater where plays were performed, and that plays written by William Shakespeare were performed in that Globe Theatre, and this Globe Theatre belongs to William Shakespeare, and he was also a theatre company where he was a partner in the Lord Chamberlain's main, which was called as the theatre. But after a dispute with the landlord, he he rebuilt a theatre that was called by the name of the Globe. Next, we have early praise of William Shakespeare came from writers such as Ben Jonson. Johnson remarked of William Shakespeare, he was the soul of the age, the applause, the delight, the wonder of our stage. This was very famous quotation about William Shakespeare, soul of the age, the applause, the delight, and the wonder of our stage. This was said by William Shakespeare. This was quotation written by William Shakespeare in the praise, in the applause of uh, by Ben Jonson in the applause of William Shakespeare. So, friends, this was all we had in today's video. We had discussed the second part in the important facts in the second part of this video, and you will get the first part in the description box and I button. You can check it out the other videos of this channel on this very channel, and please do subscribe the channel and please like and share with your friends. Thank you very much for watching this. Bye bye.